like that. It's a lot of money. Why are you mad like that? Like that. Ooh, I'm in my new bag. My bad. You ain't get too bad. My bad. Yeah. First of the month, I'ma run it back. Ay. Same day, why I'ma run it back. Yeah. Friday, payday, run it back. Ay. Run it back, run it back, run it back. 48 yards, I run it back. Ay. I cop a car, I run it back. Yeah. Go your then run it back. Run it back, run it back, run it back. That's the jag calling. Let me click over real quick to let my jag talk it. I eat it, ooh, Pac-Man. That's the way my neck talking. Right? I ain't never coming back the way the stress. You don't make no clap back when you backpack, my bad. But I'm past that with a NASDAQ. That's cash when the money fall, I'ma slap that. Clap when the money go, you don't slap. That's facts. If the money low, I'ma grab brown man. When it come back, I'ma give back my bad. When the check hit, the direct hit. I'm glad when the check missed the direct hit. I'm sad like, who's that knocking at my window? My window. They say that it's the money, I'm like tenfold. Over and out. That's gon' make you fuck like a limbo. She said she not a, she an. Why you do that like that? Like that? It's a lot of money. Why are you mad like that? Like that? Ooh, I'm in my new bag. My bad. You ain't get too bad. My bad. Yeah. First of the month, I'ma run it back. Ay. Same day, why I'ma run it back. Yeah. Friday, payday, run it back. Ay. Run it back, run it back, run it back. 48 yards, I run it back. Ay. I cop a car, I run it back. Yeah. Go your then run it back. Run it back, run it back, run it back.
Hey, how fit to be the boss? Let me find out. My team ballin', you look like you need a timeout. I'm a star in the clutch, I'ma shine out. Working hard, yeah, I'm back on my grind now. Game on, took a loss, but I stay strong. Super Bowl rings, I just wanna play off. Gotta go hard.
We are just inside the Beltway, about 10 miles east of the Capitol Dome as we come to you from FedEx Field here in Landover. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Detroit Lions and the Washington Redskins.
Here we go, here we go, here we go. Check. Lucky.
Now Haskins on first down. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. It was Desmond Trufant right there, step for step in coverage. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. 2nd and 10 now. Haskins. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 22 yards there, a first down. Darius Geis, his first carry of the game. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Now a handoff, Geis going right. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1. The good run on first down followed up by a not-so-good run on 2nd down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
On 3rd and 1, it's Haskins. He finds his target. It's Crowder. It's a pickup of 6.
That throw's not going to get them a whole lot, but that really didn't matter, did it? They got what they needed on that throw. Picked up the first down, and I'm going cliche here. Game of inches, partner.
Absolutely. And you talked to me a lot about opening drives, how key those are to set the tone. You kept the drive alive. 3rd down conversion here is big. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. On play action, Haskins. Flush to his right. There goes a deep ball. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Steven Sims Jr., his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point good by Hopkins, and that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their own 21. They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And, Charles, part of the reason they lost last week, they didn't have a single sack. Well, they changed that quickly.
But did they ever? And it was something they talked about with us extensively. They needed to get pressure. How were they going to get to the quarterback? Obviously, they schemed themselves into a great play, didn't they?
After the sack, Stafford and the Lions come up on a 3rd and long situation. Back to throw, Stafford. He's going to fire one, deep left sideline. And that will be incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Pulled in at the 24. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Washington. An impressive punt return of 76 yards. And the Redskins get the quick strike touchdown. Hopkins with the extra point, and it's now 14-0. So after surrendering the punt return for a score, let's see what they can do in turn on this kickoff. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything, at least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. And he works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. Now the Redskins have an extra man in the secondary here on 3rd. From the gun, here's Stafford. It's caught, Jones. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. He'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a first down. The first down carry here for Johnson. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd and 9, Stafford, this complete to Jones. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Redskins' 44-yard line. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Stafford now to throw. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Reuben Foster, the former national champion at Alabama, gets in for the sack. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Stafford going to give this one off to Johnson. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
3rd and long, it's Stafford. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. Well, the 2 men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down. Here's Matt Weil now. Remember, his first attempt was returned for a touchdown. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it.
The Redskins take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They've got things going their way early. 14-0 lead and the football. 1st and 10. Now we'll throw over the middle, and he's got it to start the drive. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10. Barber on 1st and 10. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Washington Redskins, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
On 1st down, this is Geis. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Geis with a carry on 2nd down. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Redskins. Peyton Barber. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. Extra point good by Hopkins. And it's now 21-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First down, Lions on a pickup of 13.
Right there, 56. Silver, 49, check.
On first down, it's Johnson, and he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
The Lions on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Stafford, and he's got the hook up to Moore. And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line, well short of the first. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. Here's Matt Weil now as he's on to punt for Detroit. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. Amazing, perfectly placed. If that ball goes 1 extra yard, maybe not even an extra yard, the starting point is the 20.
So there is a reason that a lot of punters are also excellent golfers. They know distance control. You know what else they have? Same groove motion over and over. Once they have that down, it repeats under pressure.
Had a bit of a lane there, took advantage of it. Give them 7 there on the first down carry. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 7-yard line.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
Hey, let's go. Here we go, D. All day, D. All day. Whip. Watch the whip.
2nd down, Haskins. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Haskins on 3rd down. And he finds McLaurin.
But we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the number 1 receiver double covered. But how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a first down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go.
Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
Yes, sir.
Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked by Tracy Walker. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. Ah, yes, the old tip drill works to perfection there.
You're bringing back great memories. Used to love that drill. And a lot of times in practice, you work on it, not just one tip, but multiple tips, just in case the ball stays in the air for a while, to have an awareness and the ability to go up and grab it, and then you want to get some blocking support and end up in the opposite end zone.
In that tip drill, what do you yell?
For us, it was Oski. Okay, Oski was an interception.
For different teams.
Different teams have different ways of doing it. I've heard bingo, jackpot. The worst I ever heard, though, was Frankenstein. You don't want it to be a
too many syllables.
Yeah. You want to get it right down and go. Oski is really the preferred word.
Oski.
The Redskins take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll.
Rush in.
Back to the air, Haskins after the pick 6. He's going to air one out. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
So I guess that answers the question whether or not they want him throwing it again right away after throwing the pick 6 on the previous drive.
Yeah, not something conservative or underneath. Pretty big shot right there.
Get him right back in the saddle and say, go ahead and sling it, big guy.
2nd and 10. Here's Haskins again. Looking for Crowder, and it's intercepted. It's Desmond Trufant, and he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. To throw again. Stafford looking middle, and it's incomplete. And give credit to Reuben Foster, the linebacker, getting a hand in to disrupt.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they did incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. If you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job here of limiting that and keeping him from the first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. It's a gain of 7, and they're going to have a 3rd down. A 2nd down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3. From the gun, Haskins on 3rd down. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
So on 4th down, the Redskins will call on Tress Way to punt it away. Jamal Agnew is deep to return it. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down. And it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. That's going to be a 6-yard gain. It leaves him with 3rd down and just a yard to go. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. Shot before the break, Stafford. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. On 2nd and 11 now. Stafford. And the pressure gets to him and brings him down. Stafford is sacked.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
A very well-executed play. It goes for 29 yards. They'll run on first down. It's Johnson, and they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Sean Dion Hamilton was there to bring him down defensively.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
From midfield now on second down. Stafford, and he is across midfield from 149 to the other 49, a gain of just 2.
2-yard gain on the play, and it's 3rd down.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Out of the gun, Stafford. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And now it's the punter Weil on as he sends this one away. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
Haskins now 9 of 16 through the air as he's got it 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Haskins. This one caught by Crowder. It'll go as a pickup of 14 and a Washington 1st down.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It's a 1st down for the Redskins on a pickup of 11.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Geis. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. It'll go as a pickup of 14 and a Washington 1st down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead, give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Check.
On 1st down, it's Haskins. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked picked off at the 11.
This interception will go on the record of the quarterback, but as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
They go over the middle, and it's complete to start the drive. And they'll get him down right at around the 11-yard line. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Now Stafford looking for the out route, and he's got more. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. 11 yards there and a Lion first down. Stafford now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Now a 10th carry for Johnson. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Here's Stafford. And is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off by Landon Collins.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
Now after the turnover, here's Haskins, escaping the pressure right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
So if we recount real quick, he had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with the sack here. No doubt about it, he's having himself a game.
Another try after the first down sack. Haskins, and that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all, and you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Justin Coleman. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. Throwing again on 2nd down. Stafford, pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. The sack by Ronald Darby coming from the corner.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. Back now at FedEx Field. It's the Lions trailing, but with possession of the football as we get set to bring you the 4th quarter. They run on 1st down, but it only produces a gain of 2. It's 2nd down now. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is, he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. The Lions on 3rd down. They're hitting at just 30%, 3 for 10. This will be 3rd and 5. He rifles one that's intercepted. Reuben Foster picks it, and his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
Now a quick slant as the throw's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. Haskins now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. And he'll take this down for about 4 yards down to the 15. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Hey, Mike 51. Hayward. Hey, pick it up.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Haskins. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Terry McLaurin with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. Hopkins with the extra point, and the lead is up to 18 now. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. Had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Sean Davis with a pick, and he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
Switch.
They go back to the ground. This time Barber. He takes it down to the 42, a 5-yard run.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Redskins on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Now it's Haskins. And that is incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed, if there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. And a nice job here on special teams. This will be down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
1st down Lions on a pickup of 13. Now they can breathe a little easier, some room to operate as they've got it 1st and 10 now out past the 20. Stafford looking downfield for Jones. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. He was trying to find Marvin Jones that time. And now it's 2nd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense is well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Again, it's Stafford. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And he will score. Touchdown, Washington. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a fourth quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
On is Hopkins now for the extra point. And his kick is good, and flags fly as well. Some frustration showing through right now. This is going to be a roughing call. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily when you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. That incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again. Stafford. Steps away. Oh, a hit. He lost the football. Stafford puts it on the ground, and the Redskins scoop it. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. On the ground, it's Geis. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. They stay on the ground. Geis again. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the first down.
At the 13-yard line.
Let's go. Let's see outlaw. Hey, eat. Record.
They'll run to Geis. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Double tight. 4 down.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Redskin football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away. Here's Geis. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
A gain of 10 brings up 3rd and 1.
They'll try and get it with Geis. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. Give him a gain of 4, able to convert, and that sets up 1st and goal now.
1st and goal at the 1-yard line.
Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. On the ground, Geis. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. They call it no gain there on the 1st down play.
They're right there at the 1. No gain, but don't let that stop you. Line back up and keep going at them. If I'm them, I'm thinking about going at it 4 straight times.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. So